Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode 63 of the Shanty Sessions, just as it says all the way along there.
Also, just up there.
Oh, yeah, just also up there as well. Hope you're well. Let us know you're watching, and let us know if we've got any issues with our technology or our audio today. Please, would you also click share while you're at it? That's only if you're enjoying it. If you're not, don't bother to. That's absolutely fine. And who are we? What are we doing here after all this time? Why are we still doing this? Well, you know, the UK government at least cannot seem to make their mind up about whether it's safe or not to sing together. So while it's not, we continue to have these virtual rehearsals and a way that we hopefully think you might join in with from your home. The Welsh government went one further, in fact, and they took a spoof tweet saying that tenors produced more unsafeness when singing, and they said that any choirs involving tenors couldn't happen at all. And then they had to issue a massive apology and say, "Oops, we messed up." But anyway, enough of that. Who are we? We are the Rogue Shanty Chorus. We're with the Rogue Shanty Chorus. We're singing to the Rogue Shanty Chorus, and the Rogue Shanty Chorus is an authentic fishing choir based in Lowestoft, which is the most easterly town in the UK. And we celebrate the music and the culture and the associated heritage of fishermen by singing sea shanties, maritime-themed music, and water-adjacent song.
So we'd like to say a very big hello to everybody that joins us or has joined us regularly as a member of the Rogue Shanty Chorus. We usually meet at the Seagull Theatre on a fortnightly basis. But I'd also like to say hello to anybody that's come along since we started these lockdown sessions way back,
Many centuries ago.
March 17th, 2020.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're joining us for the first time tonight. If you are, why don't you put a little message in the comment box just to let us know who you are, what made you join us, and where you're joining us from. We've got some comments though. We're going to go straight to them because we love to receive your comments.
Yes, we do.
First one from Michelle Gallagher. She says, "Good evening." Little wave there.
Hey. Next up, we have one from Ben Southern. Ben, hello. She says, "Evening, everyone."
2 kisses there as well.
Yeah, in fact. Tom McQuillan says, "Hello, everyone. I hope you're all well." Do you know what, Tom? I don't feel completely well, but I'm going to take some shantibiotics.
He says it's good to be here again. I noticed there's no kisses from Tom.
Yeah, I think that's because he kind of worked out that I was going to do a very dodgy joke.
Yep. Linda Boyce says, "Hi, everyone." Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Ooh, the Drapers are in the household. They watch us over on YouTube, which gets a slightly higher picture quality. But they comment here on Facebook because you can watch us on YouTube on our channel, or you can watch us on any of our 3 Facebook pages: the Rogue Shanty Chorus, the Rogue Shanty Boys, or the Voice Cloud. Take your pick.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Dave Vanderbrooker. He says, "Hello again. The audio is fine." Thanks, Dave. Look, the 5th comment and the first person to mention it. He says, "Maybe you need to use a pirate filter for the video." We'll get our people to look into that, Dave, just as soon as we get some people. Rosemary Barkett says, "Hi, everyone."
Hi, Rosemary.
And Hoy Boy, Peter Purnell, a previous guest on the stream from a few weeks ago. Ahoy me lads, with various sea shanty themed emojis to
very
accompany
popular
that.
He was too.
Sandra Warner, we're going to whiz through these now. Sandra Warner says, "Hello, everyone." Sue Day says, "Ahoy all." And Alison Lucas, lovely Alison from the Silver Darlings, also a previous guest. Very good evening all.
Hi, Ali.
Hey, so look, I think we're gonna crack on with some music, as they say here in Lowestoft. And I'm a Lowestoft boy, so that's not me taking the mickey out of anybody. That's how we say it. Simply, we're very proud of the way we talk. We're going to do a song called Sally Brown. Now, we know that enough of you know that. As it goes, it's fairly new to our repertoire. It's number 62 of, 60-something. So that's a heads up. If you've got a folder at home and you want to join in, you can. If not, fret not, because we will pop the lyrics up. But before we do, I'm just going to mention the origins of this shanty and also the origins of the word. I've got a lovely book here called The Sailor's Word Book, and there's over 14,000 nautical, naval, fishing and sailing terms in this book. And Sally, it says, it does have many other meanings as well, but more formally it says, to sally is a sudden expedition out of a besieged place against the besiegers or some part of their work. So we imagine maybe a piratical escape. Also called a sortie, to sally away, to move a body by jerks or rushes, a sudden heave or set. Thus, when a vessel grounds by the bow or stern, and the hawsers are severely taut, the sally is practiced. This is done by collecting all hands at the point of ground and then by a simultaneous rush reaching the part afloat. For the song itself, we go to a very reputable source, and that's Mr. Stan Hugel, our wonderful Welshman. This book here, Songs of the Sea, by him, and he says this is American and English, and it's a windlass and a capstan shanty. And he said it's believed this song had its birth in the West Indies, probably introduced to British ships by way of the West Indiamen that traded for sugar and rum with Jamaica and Barbados and other islands of the Caribbean. They brought their cargoes mainly to Bristol or to the Channel ports, and as well to Liverpool and Glasgow. And he talks a bit about Sally Brown herself, and I will precursor this with just a warning that this is we believe that this wording is not at all disrespectful, because I think there can be a very cautious approach to using predated language or old language and social mores of the time, but we don't think it is at all. So he says Sally Brown may or may not have lived, excuse me, but in any case, for the sailor, she symbolized all the black or mulatto girls. A mulatto is not considered to be a slur. I just underline that as well. In their multicolored long skirts and with their lovely bandanas fastened in a great butterfly knot atop their heads. They were often the girls who met the incoming seamen in Kingston, Bridgetown and elsewhere and filled the grog shops and dance halls. Actually, there are many shanties based on Sally Brown and or her daughter, fictional or factual, we know not. The Wild Goose Nation in the song probably came into shantydom by way of Irish seamen who remembered the historical incident when, during England's many attempts to subdue the Irish, we can attest to that, certain Irishmen left Ireland to fight as mercenaries on the continent instead of being forced to soldier under the British flag, and this incident was known as the Flight of the Wild Geese. But anyway, we went off on a tangent there, didn't we?
I like the pictures.
Yeah, I like the pictures as well. Let's sing you Sally Brown. We'll bring Took lyrics in, and yeah, we'll give it a go. Sally Brown, she's a nice young lady. We roll and go, and we rolled all night, and we rolled all day. Spend our money on Sally Brown. Sally Brown, she's a little cracker. We roll and go. Oh, she didn't stock rum and she chews tobacco. We roll and go, and we rolled all night, and we rolled all day. Spend our money on Sally Brown. Well, her father likes a tarry sailor. We roll and go, and we rolled all night, and we rolled all day. Spend our money on Sally Brown. Hey, Sally Brown, she likes a good scrumpy. We roll and go. She likes a bit of rumpy, bumpy. We roll and go, and we rolled all night, and we rolled all day. Spend our money on Sally Brown. Oh, Sally Brown, she's a nice young lady. We roll and go, yes, Sally Brown, she's a fine young lady. We roll and go, and we rolled all night, and we rolled all day. Spend our money on Sally Brown, and we rolled all night, and we rolled all day. Spend our money on Sally Brown, and we rolled all night, and we rolled all day. Spend our money on Sally Brown. Sally Brown. Hey, so yeah, let's take them lyrics out.
Gone.
Gone, just like the Everly Brothers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take you to our word of the week. And what is our word of the week about? Well, oh my gosh, where do we even start? 62 episodes we've had before this. And if you don't know, we shouldn't tell you. But if you are here for the first time, well, our word of the week comes courtesy of a wonderful book by a wonderful gent called Edward Moore, no longer with us. Neither should he be. The book was originally published in 1872. And we choose a word from the book every week, and we try and choose a word that we think is no longer in common parlance. And so this week's word is scamble. Scamble. So let us know, won't you, what you think scamble might mean. You can have a serious guess, or you can just have a little play around if you like. So either way, it's fine. But we would really love to know what you think and what you think the word means. So yeah, let us know, won't you? And look, while we're talking about wonderful people, I think we're also going to mention something that we've got coming up tomorrow. That if you are at all interested in folk music, we think you should know about. And it's this. It's a wonderful project we have called Connections, and that's a project that's run by Paul and I and our organization called the Voice Cloud. And once a month, we've been bringing a speaker or an expert or a professional on a unique subject to teach other people for free of charge on Zoom. And we've had some wonderful subjects as well, from wildlife and bird song to learning Makaton Sign Language and lots more. And tomorrow we have the wonderful Fiona Davies to teach you about step dancing. If there is a more qualified person in East Anglia, we would love to find them. But Fiona Davies curates all kind of dance tents at folk festivals. And tomorrow she will be teaching you, if you want to join us, about step dancing. To do that, all you need to do is go to thevoicecloud.co.uk/connections and just register your details. As we say, it's free to attend. You can either partake on Zoom by dancing or just watch and take notes, and then try again later when no one's watching. So anyway,
as Stephen said, totally free, but we must know in advance.
Oh, we must. Yes,
we must.
Simply absolutely.
Must. You must let us know in advance so that we can send you the link.
Yeah, exactly.
To join in.
Yeah. So anyway, look, we've had a guess already. Alison Lincoln Lucas says, "Scamble, a gentle stroll followed by an egg picnic."
An egg picnic.
You make that sound so visual, Alison. Yeah.
I'm seeing gingham.
I'm seeing gingham as well, and maybe some bulls. Bulls, yeah, bulls.
Or croquette.
Yeah. And then someone accidentally falls off a cliff, and the day happens to take a very bad turn. Oh dear. Tracy Barnard, that might be Kev. We don't know. It's not our business either. They're commenting from a shared profile, so it could be either of them. That's fine.
Could be both at once.
Yeah. A game played with 5 limpet shells, and you had to guess where the pearl was hidden, betting money and mainly losing. Well, that's a good.
It's inventive.
That's a good guess, yeah. And actually, look, another one from Tracy. Love the Bear's Head, gents. Paddington. Indeed, yeah. Do you know, Kev, we've had that for quite a while, and my wife keeps saying, when are you going to put that on the wall? And the other day I did, and she said, why the big paws? They're going to think we've lagged, aren't they?
No.
Anyway, should we give them another song?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Albany Immigrants.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Fine song.
Okay. Well, that's it. I better get the guitar.
Yeah, get the guitar. But, of course, once again, you can join in by singing along from your repertoire folder. If you have one, this is number 46. Or if you don't have one and you still want to join in, we'll be sharing the lyrics. Here we go.
I might put a slightly different rhythm on. No.
We sailed from Cork on a windy day with a dark and cloudy sky. Our friends were standing on the quay, the women stood and cried. We were young and out for fun, the richest we could find. So lift your glass and drink and toast to the girls we left behind. Oh, Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship, the Alice Gray, for Australia round the Horn. Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship, the Alice Gray, for West Australia round the Horn. Our brother was a sailor man with the Black Bull line. He jumped ship in Albany and now he's doing fine. The letters that he wrote to us said, come out here and stay. So we're off to Albany in the morn without a care, we're free. Oh, Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship, the Alice Gray, for Australia round the Horn. Oh, Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship, the Alice Gray, for West Australia round the Horn. Jack is a farm in Albany with livestock by the score. He says the trees can touch the sky, King Cowrie's though its own. The sailing ships arrive each day with diggers of for gold, and 100 the morn, aboard the ship the Alice Crane. For West Australia round the Horn. And now we're underway, my boys, the ship well loudly sounds. The key is now well out of sight, and we are seaward bound. And as we round passage west, the good ship gives full sail. A parting glass to Erin's Isle from the swaying ship deck rail. Oh, Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship the Alice Crane, for Australia round the Horn. Oh, Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship the Alice Crane, for West Australia round the Horn. They sailed from Cork on a windy day with a dark and cloudy sky. Their friends were standing on the quay, the women stood and cried. They were young and out for fun and the riches they could find. So lift your glass and drink a toast to the girls they left behind. Oh, Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship the Alice Crane, for Australia round the Horn. Oh, Paddy dear, drink up your beer, we're leaving in the morn. Aboard the ship the Alice Crane, for West Australia round the Horn.
Yeah, wonderful. Lovely song called The Albany Immigrants. And in fact, I'm going to call them good friends of ours, the Sheringham Shantymen. We have on good authority that one of their guys moved to Australia and was part of the Albany Shantymen, or part of the founding fathers of the Albany Shantymen. So there.
Good.
So there.
Have we got any more guesses for our word of the week? Which this particular day, our word of the week is scamble.
Shall I pop it up on
on
screen?
So people can see scamble.
Okay. I'm going to do it then. Done it.
So we've had a couple of guesses. Scamble. What could that mean? This particular word, Suffolk word, gathered by Edward Moore in 1823. Scamble. Have a guess. Don't cheat. Don't look on.
Do not cheat,
Google.
please.
But
we can't abide cheaters.
Now Kev says, "Top banana, gents. I couldn't bear that joke." It's as bad as Stevens.
He doesn't like it, does he?
Michelle Gallagher says, "That one always makes me want to dance." Well, I guess a lot of things make you want to dance, Shell, because she is a fine dancer and choreographer. And Alison Lucas says, "Boom, boom," which I guess is an impression. Perhaps we'll get a few more guesses on scamble. Do let us know what you think it could mean, because we're interested.
Hey, I'm back. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You thought I was going to leave you with him, but no, I'd never do that. So we're going to do a song now called 8 Bells. And in case you want it, it's number 11 in the folders. And that means that you need to go somewhere between 10 and 12 if you have a folder. And if you don't worry, because we're going to bring the lyrics up for you. The thing about shanties is, though, they're very repetitive. And that means that you can join in even without the lyrics. But you have the lyrics. So I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But it's a whaling song. And it was based on the fact that on board a whaling ship, or in fact many ships, 8 bells signified the end of one watch and the beginning of another. And when you were stuck on top of the mast, 100 feet tall, with swaying huge amounts from side to side with the waves, the movement of the ship was exaggerated all the more, because, you know, if you're moving about on deck like this up high, you're really moving about. And so the 4 hours up there, because the bell was rung every 30 minutes, the 4 hours for an 8 bell watch really would have been quite something. And mostly on a whaling ship, all you were doing was actually just looking. And there was a phenomenon known as whaling eye, which was an hallucinatory term for the fact that you would see phantom blows, which is what you were looking for, blows in the water, and to alert, ring the bell yourself to alert your fellow crew that there was a whale and they needed to get to work. So aside from the whole murky issue of hunting whales to near extinction, in fact, some species to full extinction, the men really were quite selfishly just concerned with themselves and how boring a watch was. And so at the end of the eighth bell, the 4 hour watch, they were very, very happy, as the song and the lyrics attest to, very, very happy to climb down and get into their bunk, into the cabin. But of course, that meant that another crew member who was relatively dry and relatively warm had to come up and take his place and swap them over. So this is 8 Bells. And goes like this. I found myself shipped on a whaler, and I sailed to the far northern seas, and being a bold-hearted sailor, I cared not for icy nor breeze. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. When up in the hoops I was dandy, at sighting a whale there she blows. When out in the whale boat was handy, a smarter young tar never rode. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. Well, it always felt such a long time to be up there just on your own. So my mind would often wander to dream of my girl back at home. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. At the end of my watch, oh my fancy was to get to my bunk quickly, oh, for I wanted to dream of my Nancy. So I called from the watch below. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. But now I'm no longer a sailor. I often wake up in the night and thinking I'm still on the whaler, call out with the greatest delight. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. 8 bells, 8 bells, rouse out there the watch from below. So that was 8 bells. We'll take these lyrics out, in fact. So, okay, a few more comments we're going to bring up. Janice, Ben, a hello to Monica. It's been so long. Yeah, it has. It has been so long. And that was based on the fact that Tracy and or Kev said, evening our Monica. And that was based on the fact that Janice said, a hello to Monica. It's been so long. It has. And that was based on the maybe we'll do them in proper order next time. But Tracy or Kev says, Marion, it is a pleasure to be on the same thought wave as you. Oh, look, let's have a look. Because we've had a
Marion
few more.
had a guess at our word of the week, which is scamble. She wondered, could it be a board game where you use lettered tiles to spell out made-up words?
Yeah, well, that's a good guess. And Tracy and Kev says scamble is a form of dyslexic Scrabble game. And then they said, I think we're on the same thought wave. And look, there's private conversations going on all over the place. Marianne, it's a pleasure to be on the same thought wave as you. Now, look, talking about the Barnards, we've got Adam, and he's watching on YouTube. Yes. And I don't know if Tracy and Kev know that, but he is.
That's because he's a young'un.
Yeah, he's a young'un, yeah. And he's watching us in 1080p, full high def. Hi-ho, evening, boys. Hope you're doing well. I think scamble is Suffolkism for a fight. The size of which is yet to be determined. Could be a kerfuffle, could be a riot. Who knows? Yeah, great guess. And I want it to be right, Adam. I really do. Sue Day says East Anglian version of scumble. That is painting in brown, variegated colour strokes, e.g. in boat cabin. Well, isn't there a lot of interest? Isn't there a lot of interest in our word of the week tonight? Carly Franklin says, evening, Stephen Paul, and everyone finally just got in from work. Well, I was saying good to see you, Carly. We can't, can we? But if you want to join us later on, you can. Carly often does, and anybody else will be very, very welcome to. And what are we talking about, in fact? But we're talking about the fact that we go over to Zoom at 8:30.
Yeah, we do.
We used to run this session until 9 p.m., but after feedback, people said, stop it. So instead, we decided to build in a little layer of social, further social contact. And so we start a Zoom, a 30-minute, just a very petite, neat Zoom for 30 minutes at 8:30 p.m. And if you want to join us, you'd be very, very welcome to, just for those 30 minutes. And you can find the details at www.thevoicecloud.co.uk/Zoom. And if you've been there before, you need to refresh your page so that you don't see a previous week's meeting details. But all the details are on there. And if you have Zoom on your device at 8:30 p.m., which is about 34 minutes and 3 seconds away, we will see you there. Okay, so I think enough of that. Maybe we'll check if there's any more. Oh, there you go. Look, baby Shanty, where are you hiding? All the private conversations tonight, aren't they? Hey,
it's nice. It's very nice.
I think we're gonna give you another song. Should we give them another song?
Let's do that thing.
Right.
And this time, let's make it one that everybody loves. It's number 3 in our repertoire, and it is called "The Last Shanty." Now, this was from 1987, I believe, by Tom Lewis.
Yeah,
fantastic shanty man, and he wrote this himself, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
I was going to do this in 3/4.
Oh, okay. So I'm not going to play. I can pick up that. You do it.
See what happens.
Maybe not in that key though. Maybe I'll I'm gonna transpose it.
Transpose could be our word of the week.
Yeah.
So it's number 3, but you can follow these lyrics.
If you like.
In that key?
Yeah. We can go up. Yeah, go where you want. Go where you want.
That's
Sorry.
good. That's good.
Okay.
Well, me father often told me when I was just a lad, a sailor's life is very hard. The food was always bad. But now I've joined the Navy. I'm aboard a man of war. And now I've found a sailor. Ain't a sailor anymore. Don't haul on the rope. Don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be a lost. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Well, the killick of our mess, he says we've had it soft. It wasn't like this in his day when he was up aloft. We like our bunks and sleeping bags, but what's a hammock for? Swinging from the deck head or lying on the floor. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be a lost. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Well, they gave us an engine that first went up and down. Then with more technology, the engine went around. We know our steam and diesel, but what's a mainyard for? A stoker ain't a stoker with a shovel anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be lost. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. They gave us an Aldous lamp so we could do it right. They gave us a radio, we signal day and night. We know our codes and ciphers, but what's a semaphore? A bunting tosser doesn't toss the bunting anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be a loss. Get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. 2 cans of beer a day, and that's your bleeding lot. Now we get an extra one because they stopped the tot. So we'll put on our civvy clothes and find a pub ashore. A sailor, still a sailor, just like he was before. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be a loss. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be a loss. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Very hint.
Yeah, I got what you were doing. I did get you what you're doing by about the third chorus, so I hadn't really messed all of it up by then, have I?
Despite the rigorous rehearsals.
Yeah, rigorous and
vigorous.
Yeah. Anyway, look, let's see if we've got any. Yeah, we're
Michelle gives 3 rounds of applause, which is too kind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think. What was I going to say? Nothing much, really. Just
a reminder that you can join us tomorrow night for our Connections project.
Yes.
Please do. Fiona Davies will be there. She'll be hosting and presenting a wonderful presentation on step dancing.
Yeah, traditional East Anglian step dancing. Even if you have never danced before, but you're interested in the history of East Anglia, and you would like to know more about East Anglian step dancing, come on over. All you need to do is visit www.thevoicecloud.co.uk/connections to get your place registered. It's free to attend. It's interactive, but you don't have to dance on camera. Absolutely not. So we'd love to see you there. And there are still currently some places. So I'm going to do you next a song which is another, I guess we call it contemporary. It's long ago enough now.
Same year.
And it's kind of passed into the belief that it is a traditional song, but it's not. It was written in '87, the same as the last song, the last Shanty. And I'm sure Tom Lewis and his family are writing to us already to complain about our Paul's arrangement of that. I say not ours, Paul's arrangement. But this is based on, we're going to say the Flemish, Belgian, Dutch word, or possibly Swedish, for gull, which is mollymawk. And it was written by a fine musician called Bob Watson.
And there was a craft in the dock at Great Yarmouth, actually, called Malamok.
Yeah.
This very weekend.
Oh, well, there you go.
I know.
People are going to rush down and have a look now, aren't they?
I don't know if it's still there.
Okay. Don't go down there, will you? Because people will complain. Oh, the Southern Ocean is a lonely place where the storms are many and the shelters scarce. Down upon the Southern Ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn, on the restless waters and the troubling sky, there you'll see that mollymawk wheel and fly. Down upon the Southern Ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird, ride the wind and go, mollymawk. Down upon the Southern Ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. See the mollymawk riding on his wide, white wing, and lordy, what a lonesome song he sings. Down upon the Southern Ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. And he's got no compass and he's got no gear. There's none can tell you how the Mollymore steers. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Ride the wind and go, Mollymore. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. He's the ghost of a sailor man, so I've heard say, whose body sank and his soul flew away. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. And he's got no haven and he's got no home, and bound forevermore to wheel and roam. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Ride the wind and go, Mollymore. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. When I get too weary for to sail no more, let my bones sing better far away from shore. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. You can cast me loose and leave me drifting free. Keep that big bird company. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Ride the wind and go, Mollymore. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Ride the wind and go, Mollymore. Down upon the southern ocean, sailing down below Cape Horn. There you go. So I think what we just wanted with that really was just to make sure that if Tom Lewis was going to write in a complaint, that also the family of Bob Watson would as well.
We'll direct them to Harry in our complaints department.
Yes, we will. Yeah. Lisa Bond has put a black heart and a clap.
Oh, she's a black heart.
Yeah. So what have we got? Michelle Gallagher says, loving the tempo
You're
changes.
probably the only one, Michelle.
Yeah. I don't think we were aware there were any, Michelle, which is not a good sign, is it? Yeah. Marion, I think you're about the closest there, the interpretive free jazz version of Mollymore. Yeah, it was nice. Linda Boyce, 4 rounds of applause. Thank you. Should we get on and redeem ourselves with a song that we at least try and do a little bit better?
Yes, let's do a song called If I Were a Blackbird. This is number 2034.
Oh, yeah.
In the repertoire. And
this
is usually performed by a trio of ladies from the Rogue Shanty Chorus. And tell you what, I'm going to actually show you what the Rogue Shanty Chorus looks like.
Oh, you do it, you little tinker.
On a good day, they look like this in performance. A wonderful group of people. This isn't the full complement. This is most of us, though, when we were performing at a sellout show. The Seagull Theatre, our home, the Seagull Theatre.
Yeah. And we will get back there one day, folks, won't we?
Well, 20th of July, we're
yeah
aiming for. I'll be there, don't worry. So we're hoping to be there once again on the 20th of July.
Yes.
Restrictions permitting.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I think I'm going to leave Paul to sing this one because
yes,
he does it better, and I want a cup of coffee. So I'll leave it to you.
Of coffee.
Yeah.
If I was a blackbird, could whistle and sing, I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in, and on the top rigging there I'd build my nest, and lay my head on his lily white breast. I am a poor girl, my fortune seems sad. 6 months have I courted a true sailor lad, and truly I loved him by night and by day, and now in his transport he sailed far away. If I was a blackbird, could whistle and sing, I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in, and on the top rigging there I'd build my nest, and lay my head on his lily-white breast. My love's tall and handsome in every degree. His parents despise him because he loves me. But let them despise him and say what they will. While I've breath in my body, I love him still. If I was a blackbird, could whistle and sing, I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in, and on the top rigging there I'd build my nest, and lay my head on his lily-white breast. He promised he'd meet me at Bonnybrook Fair, with a bunch of blue ribbons to tie up my hair. And if he would meet me, I'd crown him with joy, and kiss those fond lips of my dear sailor boy. If I was a blackbird, could whistle and sing, I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in, and on the top rigging there I'd build my nest, and lay my head on his lily-white breast. So if I was a blackbird, a very, very pretty song, and one that we wanted to put in so that we could have a small group of people sing it. It's actually in the round index as number 387. And in the round index, it states James Reeves printed If I Was a Blackbird in his 1960 book, The Everlasting Circle, giving his source as a Mr. George Gardner, who collected it from Mrs. Maria Etheridge of Southampton, Hampshire. 1906 it was collected. Alfred Fulford of Lyndhurst, also in 1906, but Gardner noted only the tune and one verse, the chorus from Mrs. Etheridge, and just a tune from Mr. Fulford. Instead, Reeves used the version that Henry Lee of Whitchurch sent to Gardner in 1906, following up Gardner's advertisement in the Hampshire Chronicle, asking for more verses. Strange enough, Gardner then visited Lee and collected 9 other songs from him, but not this one, which he then noted with slightly different words and without the last verse, from Miss Lee, who was presumably Henry Lee's daughter. And Frank Perslow printed Lee's verse in The Wanton Seed in 1968. So that's that. I think Stephen's going to sing us a song now, off repertoire.
Not just Stephen.
And then I might also join him. Now, this is an interesting little ditty.
Yeah, we're just going to go straight into it, I think. Once there was a crafty girl, hurrah me boy, who wanted to go sailing as ordinary seaman. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah me boy. She took service for 7 years, hurrah me boy, because she didn't fear any danger. Hurrah, 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 boys. I don't even know why he's laughing. She bought a chest and gear aboard, hurrah me boys, like a young sailor should. Then she had to climb aloft, hurrah me boys, furling the sails with gaskets. But a heavy gale and thunderstorm, hurrah me boys, tore the sails from her hands. They tied her to the mast, hurrah me boys, with her hands and feet fastened. She called, Captain, don't strike me, hurrah me boys, I'm your lover, can't you see? And at that moment then fastened her, hurrah me boys, and she was touched with a kiss. Then she went into the cabin, hurrah me boys, taking off her sailor clothes. And what happened in the cabin, hurrah me boys, that the first mate does not know. But before the ship reached shore, hurrah me boys, a new young sailor had arrived. And when she came into the town, hurrah boys, where her mother lived. She called, mother, don't get angry, hurrah me boys, I've sailed as a young seaman with one who loves me true, hurrah me boys, I have this innocent child. So there you have it, a lovely song called Once There Was a Crafty Girl.
I think was that translated from Dutch originally?
Yes, it was, yeah. Would you like to have a go at the pronunciation? I will if not. Darwasines in Nicey Luge.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And there you go. Sue Day says, love the Blackbird song. Oh, thanks, Sue. How about the last one?
Give her a chance.
Yeah, no, we will. Marianne says, Harama Boys. Haven't heard that one before. I doubt, Marianne, you would have heard that particular one
hear it again
before. Absolutely not. Anyway, look, I think we just got time for a couple more.
I'm going to do another one off repertoire.
Oh, go on then.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, you do it.
This is Bound Down Trinidad. Woo! Oh, tell me, Mr. Stevedore, how do you store your cargo away? Hey, sing Sunny Door. Tell me, Mr. Stevedore, how do you store your cargo? Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Hey, sing Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Trinidad, oh Trinidad, that lovely little harbor. Way, sing Sunny Door. What will you do with Sunny Door if you should find her? Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Well, it's free, my bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Way, sing Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Way, Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Roll her in the grass, me boys, and all amongst the clover. Way, sing Sunny Door. Roll her in the grass, me boys, and all amongst the clover. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Way, sing Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Oh, say, Mr. Barber, how do you shave your customers' way? Sing Sunny Door. Take them by their noses and scrape them on their chinsios. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Way, sing Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and burdened in the archway. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Now stretch her up, she's high enough. The end is just in sight, boys. Way, sing Sunny Door. Hoist her high and hoist her dry, come rock and roll me over. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and buttoned in the archway. Way, sing Sunny Door. Boots free, me bully boys, and buttoned in the archway. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. The ship's all right, the crew is tight, the old man's in the clover. Way, sing Sunny Door. The ship's all right, the crew is tight, the old man's in all clover. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Singing bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. Bound down Trinidad to look for Sunny Door. There you go. So yes, that was called Bound Down Trinidad.
Yeah, okay, and I'm going to do a song now. Everyone's Ben, Monica, and everyone, lovely. Really nice to see some people commenting that haven't been on too much lately, I don't think. So I hope you're well, ladies, and thank you for joining us. Really, thank you for joining us. I think I'm going to do a song now. Look, we've had a lot from Kev tonight, and/or Tracy, yeah, that's the word. Tracy, that's the person. And this is a song that Kev, we're going to say Kev wrote this along with Paul and myself. Kev I'm going to say Kev put it together and asked us if we could put some music to it, and it was only our complete pleasure to do so. But really, it was a fully formed song. Or in the olden days, as it used to be, they would have a ballad and then they would put it to music later on. And this is exactly what we did. It's a song called "Call of the Sea," number 64 in your folders if you have one. Or in fact, you might have a folder and not even have that because we've sent it out by email to a few people who requested it. But we haven't done this all together yet because we've not all been together to be able to meet to sing it together. So. Hope you enjoy it. It's a song called "Call of the Sea," as we say from Kev, and this is it. If we can remember how it goes. That might be the one.
I've always wished to go to sea. There was nothing on land for what I had planned, but the sea could set me free. Could set me free, set me free. I've always wished to go to sea. Set sail, hearing every mariner's tale. I dreamt of adventure with wings. So at the age of 13, I sailed for country and queen, voyaging by royal decree. By royal decree, royal decree. I dreamt of adventure with wings. I had seen the world by 20, causing landlubbers jealousy. And I was not caught with a girl in every port, ever brought down upon one knee. Upon one knee, never on one knee, causing landlubbers jealousy. Wherever I roam, I can call it my home, but I know it's only temporary. And as the mistress of the ocean has provoked every emotion, she will always be the one for me. The one for me, she's the one for me, but I know it's only temporary. The one for me, she's the one for me, but I know it's only temporary.
Oh, nice bit of string buds there. Okay, so look, we are approaching towards the end of the session there.
And at the end of this session, we'll be heading over to Zoom. So do join us if you fancy half an hour of Shanty chat.
And look, coming there from Rosemary. Wow, a whole new repertoire. Yeah, absolutely. Sandra says, can't wait to get back and sing this. And do you know what? We were actually only saying the other day that we can't wait to hear what the chorus do with this. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful song. And our first one that's been written by the chorus and for the chorus. And Tracy Kev says, proud of this, gents. I've written over 30 in the last year to share with you. My gosh. Woo. Now, there was a wonderful project called Folk Song a Day for a year, which was a project that was a digital oral project that was put together by John Bowden of Bellowhead, not just Bellowhead, but a great musician in his own right. And he undertook to record a brand new folk song every day. That reminds me of that. Marion says, is there a cuppa on Thursday this week? Marion, there isn't, I'm afraid. No.
You could have a cuppa.
Yeah. I think possibly on our website we had said that we were aiming for that date, but unfortunately, Paul and I are going to be shantying on that date. We're going to be in London at Swish Hotel, so we can't make it. I'm so sorry about that, Marion. And Sue says, smashing song, Kev. Yeah, absolutely it is, Sue. And thanks for saying so. And in actual fact, talking about doing shanties, we've got some quite exciting news as well, in that the Rogue Shanty boys will be, we're actually going on a cruise to work this summer.
Baby, sea cruise.
We believe that we might be the first shanty group to sing shanties on the open sea professionally for the first time in not just a year or so, but a long time. So we'll be sailing with P&O, and we're really looking forward to it. So we're going to get some video footage, and I'm sure we'll share it here. But anyway, in the meantime, look, we ought to reveal this word here, scamble.
Yeah,
scamble.
So scamble.
That's some great guesses, really good guesses.
What was it that Edward Moore thought scamble meant in the Suffolk dialect?
We're going to find out if any of those guesses were correct. Let's see what Paul says.
Scamble, a word rather vaguely used for something done irregularly. I have heard it used in an order to one harrowing land. Drive faster, scamble it about, meaning scatter, perhaps. And I have heard it also as descriptive of an awkward, loose mode of a horse carrying his legs when trotting. This may be likewise a sense of scattering opposed to closeness. In this sense, I recollect once meeting with the word in a translation of Tavernier's Travels, describing an Indian city. It is called a great scambling city.
Right, there you have it. Well, look, we're going to finish. We're going to play you out with a great song called "Blow You Winds." Blow You Winds, and we've got the American version, which is the version that's on our repertoire. And if you want it, it's number 52. We'd love you to join in, even if we can't tell that you are. But if you just tell us that you are, then that's enough for us. And if you're singing at home along with the lyrics, that would be fantastic. Please do join us on Zoom. Please do join us on Zoom. Big one. There's no session next week. So we're back on. When are we back on?
3rd of July?
6th of July with episode 64. And we'd love to see you then. But for now, this is
Blow You Winds.
Blow You Winds, yeah. It's advertised in Boston, New York and Buffalo. 100 hardy sailors wheeling for the gold, singing blow you into morning, blow you into ho, all the way you're running gear and blow, boys, blow. Tell you of the clipper ships are running in and out. They say you'll take 500 whales before you're 6 months out, singing blow you in the morning, blow you in ho, all the way you're running gear and blow, boys, blow. The skippers on the after deck are squinting at the sails, when up above the lookout spots a mighty school of whales, singing blow you in the morning, blow you in ho, all the way you're running gear and blow, boys, blow. And lower down the boats, my boys, and after him we'll travel. But if you get too near his tail, he'll kick you to the devil, singing blow you in the morning, blow you in ho, all the way you're running gear, blow, boys, blow. Now that he is out, my boys, we'll bring him alongside, then over with our blubber hooks and rob him of his hide. Sing, blow you in the morning, blow you in ho, all the way you're running here, blow, boys, blow. Give you one serious verse. When we get home, our ship ain't fast, and we get through our sailing. A brimming glass around one past to hang this blubber whale and sing and blow you in the morning, blow you in ho, all the way you're running gear and blow, boys, blow, blow, boys, blow, blow, boys, blow, blow, boys, blow.
He's got a brimming glass.
Yeah. So anyway, look, let's take those lyrics out, and it just feels like you've been on an inside joke that you didn't quite understand tonight, doesn't it? I'm sure. Thank you once more, Stephen.
Thanks,
Paul.
Tom.
Thank
Nice
you,
to see
Tom.
you,
So yeah, Michelle says thank you for another wonderful evening. Thank you for a lovely evening, and thank you to the
Yes,
People's Health Trust.
course.
And we should, since we've got 32 seconds left. We should actually say thank you very much to the People's Health Trust. They've been so supportive, not just to us and this project, but also to many charities and social enterprises that are that have been operating and trying to operate and change their delivery to an online or a digital version through the pandemic. So thank you very much for their support. If you'd also like to support what we're doing with this, you can also still donate. You just go to paypal.me/online choir and you can make a donation there. So thank you very much. Final one is, I guess, just to say thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. And please head on over to Zoom now, won't you?